Welcome back to the channel Awareness Law. It's the Master Manifester here, the teacher of the law of assumption. Great meeting you pushed out once again, and today I want to talk about repetition. So basically, repetition has got the ability to impress the subconscious mind. What it does, the process itself of repetition, is that it creates new thoughts, new behaviors, and then all of this forms habits, right? So here are some of the effects of the subconscious mind. Basically, when we look at habits and automatic behavior, neuroplasticity, which is the repetition, can rewire the brain, causing new neural pathways and strengthening existing ones. So these new neural pathways are sort of like messages that are taken by the subconscious mind of a new behavior that you are doing or a new habit that you are forming. So the habit formation itself is obviously through that repeated behavior that you are having, and it can become automatic, reducing conscious awareness and increasing efficiency. So once you start to, they say most of the time, if you do something for more than 3 weeks, most of the time they say that it will be able to impress your habitual activities. You will be able to impress yourself to do that activity automatically. So what is important to understand is that you're changing your behavior with persistence becomes a habit, which creates new neural pathways, and then which creates you to automatically behave that way, which goes beyond your conscious awareness, which was conscious of this being a new activity. So the process of repetition itself should not be a process of uh, a time limited process. It should just be a continuous thing. If you are having a desire that you're having, you should always know that you have that desire. You should always know that you are living as that person, and it's a continuous thing. And it's not something that you're going to change. So the behavior of the person that you are currently newly being, it should always be a present state of awareness behavior that you are having continuously, day in, day out. So what then automatically happens, if for example, because for example with me, I would do a lot of training and studying. So I do it continuously. I don't have a day where I don't do it. So automatically, after a certain time, maybe after 2 months or a month, let's say after 3 months, automatically I feel strange if I don't do that activity. So automatically, I've created new neural pathways, and also besides just creating new neural pathways, I've also created that ability for myself to impress the subconscious mind automatically through the process of repetition. And this is formed by my thoughts, which then led to my behavior, creating this as a habit. So now the subconscious programming itself is encompassed by the repetition and the belief. Of course, you gotta believe as you're doing that thing that you are seeking, or as you're doing that activity, that you are creating a new person, a new version. In fact, you are that version automatically. You're not only creating it. And then with affirmations and self-talk, as you carry on speaking positively towards yourself, positively affirming out loud, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. When those negative previous thoughts come, they get dismissed because you've created new neural pathways, and this has gone beyond that conscious awareness that you are having, and now you're increasing your efficiency in becoming the person that you are loving. So you also are promoting confidence, and then you're also raising your self-esteem. You become a better version of yourself by this process of repetition. So whatever it is that you are manifesting, it is a repetition that is important in your manifestations, and it is you being that at that state currently and presently, day in, day out, at every moment that you can. You cannot be speaking against yourself, you cannot be contradicting yourself. So there are conditionings that we have, and it's through the process of repetition that we are able now to overcome those conditions, and we are able now to associate with a new stimuli. So the desensitization, which is the repeated exposure to certain stimuli, it leads to the desensitization, which reduces the emotional responses over time. So you desensitize yourself. In other words, you become a person that is able now to do what he wants to do, um, because now you have been addicted to this new adrenaline. You have now got this new dopamine. You no longer are having a dopamine rush of things that you don't want. Now you're having a dopamine rush of what you thought before was hard, like training, studying. Now you've overcome those conditions that you have. And then as you begin now to learn and memorize, this repetition, you consolidate your repetition with the memories. You're transferring that information in your nervous system from the short term to the long term storage, even in the subconscious mind itself, and in your basic feeling states when I speak of the nervous system, right? So you develop the skill, and the more you develop the skill, the easier then it becomes for you to attract things into your life, and also to improve your skill and performance, making it more automatic and efficient for you to be able to get that manifestation. So this basically, in conclusion, is just to say repetition plays a very important role in shaping the subconscious mind and influencing our habits, beliefs, emotional responses, and learning. So by enhancing the power of repetition, we as you as a person or as an individual, you are able to reprogram, the subconscious mind, and you're able to develop positive habits, and you're able to improve the overall well-being. So this is just a video for you to understand that it is through repetition of that person that you love that you are able to change situations in your life. Without you being able to be repetitively be on the present state, the person that you love, is not going to be easy for you to overcome the situations in your life. It's not going to be easy for you to impress the subconscious mind. So I hope you enjoyed that video, because that video basically was just speaking of how to impress the subconscious mind. So repetition is the key. You'll even find with most artists, I think Lil Wayne or something he also said it in one of his songs that repetition is the key. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.